The government have announced that wearing a face covering in shops and supermarkets in England is to become mandatory from the 24th of July. With the infection rate still remaining considerably high in the region, the North East chairman of the British Medical Association, Dr. George Ray, has discussed why these new guidelines are essential, especially for the North East.
I think this is important all over. However, I do think it is incredibly important for the North East. When we look at the very sad, the very tragic deaths from COVID-19, the coronavirus, the North East of England, we have got the highest rate per 100,000 people in England. And therefore, what we've got to be very mindful of is that we've got to do everything we can to ensure that we don't have a second wave. Because if we go into a second wave, it will be a second wave when it's cold, a second wave when there'll be potentially influenza there as well. And what about the health service? We've got to ensure, we did it this time, we've got to ensure that the health service does not get completely and utterly overwhelmed. And therefore we've got to start now. And the BMA has been saying for many, many weeks, indeed months, that this idea of face masks is sensible. And therefore I do feel, and I would advocate that the public should be saying, right, why are we waiting another 11 days? Let's start wearing the face mask now. When we go into shops, when we go to areas where we can't, despite the fact we're trying our best, keep the 2-meter distance, this is an extra part of our armoury. It is important. We've got to do all we can to try and ensure to the best of our ability that we don't have a second wave and allow the infection rate to rise again.